Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've been on Twitter, you're probably aware about the discourse surrounding nepotism, specifically celebrity nepo babies. This isn't a new discussion. However, after Lily Rose Depp claimed she wasn't a nepotism baby and that her 5'2" self, which isn't even tall enough to be signed to any of the top modeling agencies, deserved to start her modeling career walking Chanel, even being the Chanel Couture bride, is quite laughable. This is especially when you consider that her mother is Vanessa Paradis, a French model who is most known for her collaboration with Chanel, and her father is Johnny Depp. I'm sure most people are aware of what nepotism is, but for a thorough understanding, I'm going to provide two definitions that I think thoroughly explains it. According to the Oxford Dictionary, nepotism is the action of appointing and promoting family and relatives. Similarly, the Cambridge Dictionary defines nepotism as the act of using power or influence to get good jobs and unfair advantages for members of your own family. But obviously, we all know that this could also apply to people in our inner circles, including our friends. To clarify, because I know the internet, just because today I'm focusing on nepotism in celebrities doesn't mean that I'm failing to acknowledge that nepotism is in every career field. However, celebrities such as Kendall Jenner, Lily Rose Depp, and Bella Hadid just have a more public profile that it's almost impossible for them not to be the center of this discussion. Because I've heard this from a lot of Nepo babies, this is me acknowledging that celebrities are not the only ones who use nepotism and that it does exist in other fields, and even in education, with the existence of legacy students. For those who are unaware, legacy students are applicants of academic institutions who are more likely to be accepted as a result of having family relations to alumni of that institution. An example of this is that between 2014 and 2019, legacy students at Harvard University had a 33% chance of acceptance, which was more than 5 times higher than the average acceptance rate for the time of 6%. In addition to the nepotism of acceptance, we also have to acknowledge that there are even more reasons that add to the advantages of legacy students being accepted into a familial academic institution, such as alumni donations, the potential advantage of going to a preparatory school, having tutors, having connections to the right people. I mean, it does help if your family friend is the dean of admissions at Harvard, Yale, or Princeton. This actually reminds me of an episode of Gilmore Girls where Richard, as an alumni, sets up an interview for Rory at Yale with the Dean of Admissions behind her back, and Lorelai gets really pissed.
Yale is an excellent school, the equal of Harvard in every way, except one. I went here. I'm an alumnus. That makes it easier for Rory to get in. And if you had any idea about the way the system works, you'd know this.
I also think it's very important to recognize cronyism in this discussion, which can be defined as the situation in which someone important gives jobs to friends rather than to independent people who have the necessary skills and experience. Nepotism and cronyism can occur simultaneously. An example of this, if anyone's into House of the Dragon, Miguel Sapochnik, one of the co-showrunners, leaving the show because HBO refused to hire his wife, whose only experience of working as a producer is season 1 of House of the Dragon. The fact that she was even credited as a producer for season 1 with no prior experience makes me question the role she plays in the show as Allison's handmaid, and whether it was as a result of her relationship to Miguel. Anyhow, now that Miguel's left the show, I wonder if we'll finally be able to see what's on the screen. The term nepotism comes from the Italian word nepotismo and comes from the Latin word nepos, meaning nephew. It refers to the historical practice in the Catholic Church where popes and bishops elevated their relatives, and when I say relatives, I mean men, because this was the medieval times. And this elevation of a family member included elevating nephews of cardinals as cardinals, who were known as cardinal nephews. Popes such as Pope Calixtus III, and if anyone's ever watched The Borgias, which everyone definitely should, the dad who becomes Pope Alexander VI is the nephew of Pope Calixtus III, and he was a cardinal before becoming a pope. But anyways, they would elevate their nephews or secret sons who they passed off as their nephews as cardinals as a stepping stone to eventually becoming the pope. And so this was to continue the papal dynasty. However, this was abolished in 1692. This isn't an insight about religion or the Catholic Church in general, but it's kind of ironic how a very deeply corrupt institution in the medieval times could acknowledge the flaws of nepotism, yet we're still arguing about it in 2023. And I don't want to hear about anyone being offended about what I just said about the Catholic Church, because it's only a fact about the corruption within the Catholic Church, especially in that period. I mean, we could discuss about how the Catholic Church contributed to colonialism, But that's a discussion for another day. It's kind of ironic how I started this off not wanting to offend anyone, but I might have just done so with the truth. In December 2022, New York Magazine published a very detailed article about the entertainment industry's nepo babies, highlighting known and unknown celebrity nepo babies. As soon as it was published, there was immediate discourse on Twitter, and this was only inflated when nepo babies and wannabe nepo babies were publicly offended about an article that was merely factual and non-offensive or irrelevant to them, because I couldn't have been the only one who didn't know that there was another Moss sister. The thing is, I don't understand why nepo babies are so offended about being called nepo babies. I personally just see it as a fact. It doesn't particularly negate the hard work that they've put in, but merely acknowledges that they have had advantages that most of us could only dream of. From being aware of careers that most people could never even dream of going into, having financial advantages because wealth changes the opportunity that's available to you. Kendall Jenner only had to tell her mum she wanted to be a model, and of course Kris Jenner could make that happen for her.
I know it's kind of corny to say, but almost like destiny. Like, I think that was what was pushing me that direction. And I like presented the cutest like little modeling book to my mom when I was like 14, and then she did her Kris Jenner things and made it all come to life.
She had connections and spaces available to her that other models could only dream of. With the additions of being able to pay for someone to teach her how to walk, meet up with family members who are already in the industry, unlike other people who might have had more potential than her, but not the resources available to enter into the industry.
So I think she's taking her fantasy out on me.
I'm sure we've probably all heard stories about models not being paid, or being paid in clothes, having to pay for their flights and hotels when traveling for Fashion Week. Nepo babies being defensive about having advantages just further highlights how privileged they are. When Yolanda Hadid was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, her daughter Gigi and Bella Hadid guest starred briefly, and it showed Gigi and how she entered the modeling industry and moving to New York as a teenager. When I saw Gigi's first apartment in New York, which we all know is super expensive, you kind of realize how much advantages she must have had compared to a lot of the other girls. I mean, we've heard stories of models moving to New York to share a room with 10 other models, and others moving to New York with no accommodation whatsoever. Yet the second nepo babies here, nepotism, the reality they've been accused of committing some heinous crime. As much as I think Bella Hadid is an it girl, and I genuinely do love her, if you look back at some of her earlier works, it's obvious that if she wasn't Hadid, she would never have been given the opportunity to have the career she's been privileged to have. When people call this out, it isn't because they're jealous, not all the time anyways, but I think it's frustrating to people when someone with so much privilege denies that that privilege played any part in their success, especially when it's so publicized, like on a show called Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Family knows how hard I worked and still work, and I did everything that I was supposed to do and had to do to get to the position that I'm at now as a model. I went to every single casting and ran all over not only New York City but all over Europe trying to, get a job. I definitely worked my way to where I am now. I think it's just a perception that people have.
I do not want to comment.
Why? Why?
The thing is, I actually like a lot of nepo babies, for example, Drew Barrymore and Angelina Jolie. I just think that people find it kind of insulting when some of these nepotism babies try to portray themselves as victims or like everyone else, when the reality is quite the opposite. I don't see what's so difficult in acknowledging your privilege. It's not something you have to claim like you're being wrongly accused. Privilege is something that most people want and they want to pass down to their future generations. Just ask most immigrant parents. Acknowledging your wealth and privilege doesn't mean you have to condemn it. So I think we're just going to get into the video. I feel like my list is kind of self-explanatory, so I don't want to have to go into detail of what they mean. But first we're going to go is Kate Hudson. I actually love Kate Hudson, and I actually didn't know she was a nepo baby. So I think she's amazing. She's a great actress. She's funny, and she's got really good comedic timing. She's a bit more than that. I think she deserves a career. I don't think she's like top tier iconic, but she deserves a career. So I'm gonna put her there. And okay, the next one is Iris Apatow. I think she's actually iconic, but she's definitely not like on this list iconic. She's iconic because her outfit is amazing. Her friendship with Olivia Rodrigo is on point. Her parents are iconic, but she herself hasn't done anything that's iconic. I mean, apart from like her fashion sense, but like she's an actress and I don't really know what she's done. So she's not a nepo baby failure because at the very least she's an influencer. So I'm gonna say meh, because I don't think she's she's definitely not Kate Hudson's standard, but she's like I'm not mad she has a career. Like I will go on her TikToks and her Instagram page is like fly as well because she has like, I don't know, her outfits are always really great. Tracee Ellis Ross, I'm just gonna say that she deserves a career because she's given us some Girlfriends. That's what I'm gonna say actually. Girlfriends is amazing. But I don't know, I just don't feel like she's top tier. I think she's great. I feel like she's done some really great stuff, especially recently. And Blackish as well, but like she's not there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I do love her though. She's actually really cool. Jamie Lee Curtis. I feel like I'm between top tier, iconic even, and you deserve a career. The only thing about her is she's so defensive about being a nepo baby. Like, I don't get it. Just say, yes, you're a nepo baby. Like, I'm not saying that you don't work hard, babes, but I'm just saying that you admit you had some privileges that most of us would not have because you are a nepo baby. Her parents are actors, which I wouldn't be mad. Like, I'm sorry, if my parents were actors and I had the opportunity to be an actress, I would be an actress. I'm so sorry. Like, I would be making money. So I'm not mad. And things like she's actually not a bad actress. She's actually a really good actress. She's done some amazing movies. So I don't know why she's still like defensive about it. Like, so I'm gonna put her in. Like, I feel like if you'd asked me this like last year, I would have probably been top tier, iconic even. But right now, I'm giving her You Deserve a Career. Emma Roberts. Of course, everyone knows her aunt is Julia Roberts. Iconic Julia Roberts. I genuinely do. Okay, I love Julia Roberts and I love Emma Roberts. But yeah, okay, I love Emma Roberts and I think she's given us some amazing roles. She has given us roles that I think makes her deserve a career. So I think she's given us roles that I think makes her deserve a career. So I'm gonna put You Deserve a Career. The things that I actually don't, so like this list is a bit weird at the moment because I feel like I don't think Emma Roberts is as iconic as Jamie Lee Curtis, but like she's kind of, I feel like for our generation, for like a certain generation, like Gen Z's, she is iconic. I feel like she's done some amazing stuff, like millennials as well, I think. So I'm giving her that. She's cool. So Laura Dern, I think she's iconic. I actually love her because she's done some amazing movies, but also she's like been like an ally like to the LGBT community. She's like genuinely she seems like such an amazing person. I feel like I would want to be friends with her. I do love Laura Dern. I genuinely love Laura Dern. Also, I'm looking down because my laptop is on the table, like down here, so it's easier for me to like, I guess, look. But Willow Smith is... The thing is, Willow Smith is like super talented, and I feel like when I was younger, when she did Whip My Hair, that was something. That was iconic. That was top tier behavior. And then she kind of went a bit silent and hasn't really done much since. She has, because she has a couple of songs that have been quite viral, especially on TikTok. But I don't really hear, it's actually good you don't hear, like, I was about to say I don't hear much from her. But in a way, I feel like that's good because there are tons of celebrities I like that I wish I wasn't hearing a lot about because they just kind of, they disappoint me because like I like you, so don't show me how problematic you are. But anyways, Willow Smith, she deserves a career. I only have one there, and that's Iris Apatow, and I do like her, so it's so sad. Okay, Jaden Smith is pretty cool because he was basically doing the government's job, which I think is iconic behavior. It is like I think I've listened to some of his like music. They're all right. They're not like wow, but I think because of what he's done, basically giving clean water to people who the government don't care about in America. I feel like he's top tier iconic even because not a lot of people, like, I feel like I think it's more of his activism work that makes him iconic, not his actual like his music career. But I still think he deserves to be in because of that, literally because of that. That makes him iconic, I think. So now we've got Morda Patel. I feel like she deserves a career based on Euphoria alone because I'm sorry, like Maud killed it in season 2 of Euphoria. Literally, so she deserves a career. Simple. Pauline Chalamet. The thing is, I don't know anything about her. I know her off The Sex Lives of College Girls, sister. But no, she's a good actress. But she hasn't really done much to deserve it. So right now, like, okay, I like her and I'd want to put You Deserve a Career, but I'm going to put her in the meh because I need to see more of what she can actually produce. Like, I want to see more of her, like, acting chops. Like, I want to see what she can actually do before I think she deserves to be in You Deserve a Career. Brooklyn Beckham, I wonder where he's going to go. I wonder why I'm going to put Brooklyn Beckham, maybe in the Brooklyn Beckham category, because no, I'm so done. I'm so fed up of Brooklyn Beckham. I feel like the entertainment industry is trying to make him and his wife a thing, and they're just not going to be a thing. No, because I don't know what he's doing. Like, I think he was a photographer at one point. He was going to be in, like, he wanted to be in movies. Now he's a chef. Like, I don't know what he does. Like, I genuinely don't know what he does. Like, I know he's married now, but I can't remember her name. He's married, but I just know him as being like David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's son, and he hasn't done anything. And they're trying to make him a thing so badly, and every time I see him, I'm just like cringing because all of his foods don't look good. And also, I remember watching the clip of him on TikTok where they asked him, "What do you do for a living?" And he's like, he's a chef.
Ooh. Hey man, what do you do for a living? Your car's awesome.
Oh my god, I know you.
Yeah, Daniel Mack, you seen it?
Man.
What's up, bro?
I'm a chef.
You're a chef?
Yeah.
Really? Are you like the best chef in the world?
I'm trying to be.
But like, are you though? Because like, you're not. No, you cook at home. I cook at home. I'm not a chef. So, no. Okay, so Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a great actor. And I know that all the like Taylor Swift fans don't like him, but I think he's a great actor. I don't really care for him. I don't really pay attention to him, but I don't know that much about him. All I know is that his sister, Maggie, is iconic. She's not on this list because I don't know why she's not on this list, actually. I should have put on. She would be in the, like, top tier iconic even because she's iconic and he's all right. So he deserves a career. I don't really care for him. Lily Collins. She deserves a career. I don't really care for her. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. Especially because Netflix just puzzles me because there are like actually really good shows on Netflix that get cancelled, and this show keeps being renewed and I don't get why. I genuinely don't understand why. Netflix needs to like at least explain to us why they do the things they do, because there's so many shows that I've been rooting for that have gotten cancelled. Yeah, Emily in Paris, literally everyone complains about it, and I don't like, are people maybe watching it and I'm just like not like, I think people maybe I just hate watching it, and that's why Netflix thinks it's popular, because I've watched so many review stuff of it on YouTube and every single one is like people complaining about how much they hate it. Even the French hate it. So I mean the French hate everything, but still I don't. Yeah, she's cool. I feel like she's cool. She gives me cool girl vibes, but I don't really know what she's done, and all I know is Emily in Paris, and it's not really my cup of tea, so no. Paris Hilton. Okay, she's someone I feel like I'm gonna put her in Met, but the things I actually do like Paris Hilton now anyways, because when I was younger I didn't like her because all I knew of her was like, I mean, to be fair, no, she was kind of iconic back in the day. No, Paris Hilton was iconic back in the day, but like I feel like the media portrayed her in a certain way which made her unlikable to so many people, so I didn't really care for her. But looking back at her in like the early 2000s, she was definitely iconic, but also she was just giving me like nepo baby, privileged, money, and just not really caring. Like, I mean, she was just doing things. I mean, she was young, so I can't really blame. I feel like I have quite complex feelings about her because she seems like a cool person, and actually I've been watching some interviews of her recently. Also, I watched her on Drew Barrymore's show, and she was she was talking about what she went through, and I definitely pity her. And I can't imagine being in that situation, you know, at such a young age. But also, like, she's like a millionaire. She's like an heiress. I mean, you're not top on my list of priorities to pity. I don't know, but she's cool. She's iconic in the sense of like she was a noughties babe. Like, she's famous for being famous, so she's a like meh. Like, she's a meh. I can't put her on the same list as Jamie Lee Curtis. That's quite rude. So no offense. Like, I do like her. I just cannot put her on the same list as Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, Gigi Hadid. I like Gigi Hadid. I actually like both Hadid sisters. I really do like Gigi Hadid. She deserves a career, I think. I feel like a lot of people on this list deserve a career. She deserves a career. I like her. She's a model. Like, she does. I mean, we've all seen her early days modeling, and it wasn't it. Like, she really wasn't good. I'm sorry. Like, if you watch the first part of this video, you're good. You know what I mean. But she's definitely cool. But a lot of privilege and nepotism is why she's where she is today. Because I'm sorry, if you were judging her based on her early career work and thinking about whether or not she would be in the industry today, you probably would be like, hell no. So she's cool. I like her. She's definitely grown as a model, but also, like, you know, nepotism has helped her a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it's a level of privilege that a lot of other people in the modeling industry just could not even dream about having. But anyways, Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't like her. So I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow. I think that she has some good movies she's done in the past. She hasn't really done anything now. I mean, what has she done what has she done most recently that I was like, great? She has some great movies in the past, but I feel like most Gen Zs won't know what she's done in the past. She's a great actress. I mean, she has an Oscar. But also, I don't like the most recently. I feel like she's been doing the most. She's been doing a lot with her, you know, with her brand and selling people things like we don't need. Like, I'm sorry. I don't need a candle that smells of you. I feel like I'm going to put her in the meh category. I just don't really care for her very much. Okay, next is Kai Gerber. I think she's cool. I like Kai Gerber. I think Kai Gerber is a good model. She was a lot better when she started than like Bella, Gigi, or Kendall were when they started. So she's definitely like a great model, and she definitely has like way more potential. But she deserves a career. Like, she's a good model. Like, she's good. I mean, yeah, no, she's good. I can't really complain about her. And you're probably wondering why Timothée Chalamet is in this list. Does that make any sense? On this list, like, you're probably wondering why he's on this list. So he's on this list because, like, I think his parents are actually like in the industry, and nobody really knows about it because I feel like he just came out of nowhere in Call Me by Your Name. But no, his parents are actually already in the industry, but then he didn't have like Kendall Jenner level nepotism, and he's a good actor. Like, he's genuinely a good. I genuinely love him, so I'm gonna put he deserves a career. I feel like he's iconic to some people, but not to me. Like, he's definitely an amazing actor, and maybe like in like 30 years time, we'll look at his career. Maybe he'll have like an Oscar then, and maybe he will do even more movies, and he'll prove himself as an actor, and I'll be like, wow, you're iconic. Let's see the longevity of his career first, but he's definitely a good actor, and I can see him being iconic in the future. Lily Rose Depp, she's definitely iconic, but my issue now is like she has the same issue as Jamie Lee Curtis, and that's the being super defensive about being called a nepo. Like, I just need everyone to stop being so defensive about being called nepo babies. Like, just stop it. Just say, yes, I'm a nepo baby, and that's it. Like, I don't care. Like, I get more angry when celebrities say that, like, they're not nepo babies, or they haven't had privilege when they clearly have, because they're literally nepo babies. Like, just say, I'm a nepo baby, and that's fine. Like, just say, I'm a nepo baby, so what? Like, who cares? Like, there's no... Like, I genuinely did love Lily Rose Depp, and I think she's like got some fashion moments, and she looks cool all the time. And I know smoking cigarette isn't cool, but every time I've seen her with a cigarette, she looks really cool, honestly. But the thing is, Miss Lily Rose Depp was out here talking about how, you know, comparing herself to doctors, and like I don't know. I've seen her model. But the thing is, she's like 5'2", so I don't know how her 5'2" ass thought she was in the modeling industry because she deserves to be in it. The thing is that I would have put her You Deserve a Career before, just because I feel like she's kind of an influencer, but she's also done some other movies. I haven't watched them, but she's done them and people like her enough. And she's a model. If she wasn't Lily Rose Depp, she probably wouldn't really have a modeling career. But she has one, and she has an aura. But recently she's been talking and it's given me meh. Okay, Miley Cyrus. I like Miley Cyrus because I was a Hannah Montana kid. Like, I loved Hannah Montana. Like, I was watching it like my life depended on it when I was younger. She deserves a career. She's like iconic, kind of. Yeah, she definitely deserves a career. Yeah, I like her. Like, she's actually more famous than her dad was, so like that says something about her. So she's cool. Okay, so Maya Hawke, I like her because I like her. She looks cool. Sorry, that was so loud. Okay, I like Maya Hawke. She seems really cool. Her parents are cool. So I love Uma Thurman. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, so basically, I'm a Quentin Tarantino babe. Like, I love, like, he's a bit sus. He is a bit sus, and I do love his movies. Like, I'm sorry, like, Uma Thurman and Quentin Tarantino were my duo. And I know that Uma Thurman said some things about Quentin Tarantino when she was in some of his movies. So that's not cute. But I do love, I like the movies. I don't like, I guess maybe the culture maybe behind the movies, but I still like Pulp Fiction, like, you know, Kill Bill and The Hateful Eight and all of his movies. Reservoir Dog is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Well, one of them, I don't know. Oh, Inglourious Basterds. I'm not sure. I can't tell you what my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is, but all of his movies are great. And also the soundtrack. I'm sorry, his soundtracks, chef's kiss. Like, his soundtrack to Kill Bill, I have that on vinyl and it's beautiful. But anyways, Maya Hawke, just for her parents alone, makes her meh. She deserves a career because I feel like she's like really cool, and I feel like she'd be a really good model as well because she's quite tall, and I like her. But I don't I feel like right now she's a meh, but I can see her being iconic one day just because I feel like she's got this vibe around her. But no, I feel like she deserves a career. No, I feel like she deserves a career. No, she deserves a career because she's pretty cool. I like her. So now Bella Hadid. I'm sorry, everyone's going to be kind of surprised about this, but she's iconic because Bella Hadid is iconic because I have her on Instagram and I follow everything she does, and she's firstly the it girl of the modern industry right now. I've seen her model, and although she's like her sister, and when she first started, it wasn't given at all. Like, it really wasn't given. But right now, she's babes. She's babes because she's such a good model, and I'm so, like, the thing is that, like, I'm happy that she has a career. Like, I'm so happy because I know that most people are going to be like, well, if she wasn't Bella Hadid, if her parents weren't who her parents were, she wouldn't have a career. And there are tons of other people who have the same potential as her who don't have a career because they just don't have her name, and that's completely true. But I have to give her credit because she genuinely worked hard in in modeling, and you can see it. Like, it's so obvious. I feel like the growth she's had is so much more visible than like any other like nepo baby on here. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, because some people started off like, I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis started off like an alright actress, and she just became better, and like, but it wasn't like the stark difference of Bella when she first started to now is huge. But the thing is that, like, I'm not even mad about that because, like, clearly she put in a lot of effort and she put in a lot of time. I can't blame her for being a nepo baby. Like, she has this privilege that she can't help but have because she was born with it, right? And instead of being satisfied with being like a Brooklyn Beckham, she's genuinely worked hard at like something, and she has this like, she's stuck with this path, and she's genuinely worked really hard, and now she's become basically one of like the like industry's it girl. Like, I can't be mad at that. And also, she's like really outspoken about like what's happening in Palestine and like, with Israel, and she's always really outspoken about like most things that's happening around the world. And like, she generally actually seems like she puts an effort into using her platform for good. And I just think that like that's iconic behavior. Like, she's out here, she has a platform, she brings attention to lots of things that's going on, like things that she cares about. And if you're mad that Bella Hadid isn't it girl, like, I'm sorry, like, get a job. But anyways, Yara Shahidi, I love Yara Shahidi. Homegirl cannot act though. She's not a good actress. I feel like nobody knows she's a nepo baby, but she actually is, and I didn't know this either. But basically, her dad used to work. I feel like everyone knows this, but no one really thinks about her as being like a nepo baby. But basically, her dad worked as Prince's like personal photographer, and when she first I think when she did her first movie, he like rented out theaters for like her family and friends to watch her movies, so yeah, like that's nepo baby level stuff. She's not a great actress. I don't feel her acting, like honestly, I'm happy that she's smart. Like I'm so happy that she's iconic in her intelligence, and she's a Harvard babes. I feel like, and okay, I would say she deserves a career. She's not a mayor. She definitely deserves a career, because even though I feel like she's not that good of an actress, I feel like she's used the platform she's gained as a result of her acting to bring light to a lot of things going on, like especially to like the black community and in Iran. So I can't really fault, I can't fault her. I'm sorry, I can't fault her. Angelina Jolie, I'm so sorry guys, I'm obsessed with her. Like I'm actually obsessed. Like no, iconic. Because okay, I think that anyone who doesn't like Angelina Jolie needs to get a job. I want her to adopt me. I want her to adopt me right now. She's iconic. Her acting, her humanitarian work, she's iconic. So I literally have nothing to say, because I feel like I don't want to do much explanation, because I feel like she doesn't need that. Like she's mother. She's everything that I aspire to be. I don't want 6 kids, but I aspire, everything else is great. Elizabeth Olsen, her sister, everyone knows who her sisters are, like, you know, American, Ashley, iconic. They're not on here, but yeah, no, they're iconic, and she's iconic too. She's iconic. I feel like, okay, she's not as iconic as her sisters. I'm so sorry. Like, that's just the reality of it. She's iconic because she's done some great movies. Like, WandaVision was amazing. I'm sorry, what? Yes, amazing. But the thing is, she deserves a career. Like, she's like, definitely, she's not iconic. She's not like top tier iconic, but she definitely deserves a career. Like, I feel like so many people deserve a career. No one's a nepo baby failure. Okay. Drew Barrymore is another mother of mine. I'm sorry, like Drew Barrymore, like I love her. Like, I'm sorry, what? I love her. Sorry, it's so intense. Like, if you ask me 2 people who I genuinely love, Angelina Jolie and Drew Barrymore, like I'm sorry, Drew Barrymore, yes, I love her. If you don't like Drew Barrymore, please just mind your business, leave me alone, and don't talk to me. Do not interact with me. Do not interact with my videos. I don't want to see you, because I actually do love her. So yeah. And she can do whatever she wants. She really can. But yeah, so she's going in my top tier iconic. I feel like there's a lot of women on here. Okay. If there were more men, I'd get more nepo baby failures. Okay, Kendall Jenner. I'm gonna put her, like, okay, I don't like the Kardashians in general. I'm sorry, I just don't. I mean, thanks for promoting eating disorders and, you know, fucking with people's health. Kendall gives me, I mean, I think she gives everyone this. She gives everyone, like, I'm not like other girls. And also, she's a nepo baby. Like, I'm not even mad she's a nepo baby, but I'm mad that she's a nepo baby who thinks that she's worked hard for what she's got, but she actually, like I'm not saying she hasn't worked hard, but like she thinks that like her nepotism hasn't played a role in her career, and I think that's a lie. I think that Kendall Jenner needs to look into herself and look at the things she has and wonder, like, you know, maybe being on a show that was one of the most popular reality TV series might have a thing to do with the fact that she's like as famous as she is right now, because she was a kid when she started that show, and I feel like that's a bit weird. I don't know how I feel about having kids on like reality TV series. I just don't know. Like, I made a video about dance moms and stuff. I'm not a big fan of having kids on reality TV series, so I can't really blame her. I just don't know how she can sit there with her chest and say that, you know, everything she has is because she's worked hard and not because like her family is famous. They're like one of the most famous families in the world. Like, look, no, she's a mare. Like, she's a mare. I'm putting Kendall Jenner as a representative of the entire Kardashian family. So some people might be like, where's, you know, Kylie? And probably even Kim, like Khloe and Kourtney as well, because they're all technically nepo babies. But she represents the entire Kardashian family, and they're all mare to me, because they're all mad to me. I don't really like the family because I don't really like the things they promote. I might do a video on the Kardashians and deep diving into like why I don't like them, because there's really a lot. And the things that like I'm not mad about people wanting to have cosmetic surgery. I think fine, do what you want with your body. I just don't think it's great to lie about it to your impressionable fans who think that like the reason why you look the way you do is because you took this supplements that made you look like that, even though it's because you've had like cosmetic surgery, you have personal trainers and dietitians and you know, just everything that most people can't afford. Like, there's nothing wrong with having those things, just don't pretend that it's as a result of, you know, taking some supplement that isn't even FDA approved and is gonna like literally harm children. But okay. Beanie Feldstein, I think she's great. She's done some good movies. I like her. She gives me good vibes. The only thing is, why was she cast as Fanny on Broadway? Like, why was she cast in Funny Girl? If they knew she didn't have the ability to sing the songs, why would they set her up like that? I feel like someone should have said to her, like, I'm hearing you sing this and it's not given what you think it's given, because it was. I'm sorry, I heard some of it, and I think she's probably a lovely person and she's a good actress. I think she's a good actress and she could probably be on Broadway, just not doing some of the most difficult songs on Broadway. So I think she deserves a career because I think she's actually a good actress and I think she's actually pretty cool. Why is she there? Okay. And I think she's actually pretty cool, but I just don't think that she should have been, like, I think she was set up. I'm sorry, she was set up. And last but not least is Miss Zoe Kravitz, who can't mind her business and shut up. I think she's an alright actress. I liked her. I think she's a good actress. Like, her acting doesn't make me cringe or anything like that. But like, I feel like she's become unlikable. And I feel like maybe it's like Twitter influence because I'm always on Twitter. But the issue is, I just think that like, I saw some things that I was like, oh, okay, that's not cute. Like the things with Jaden Smith when he was younger. But like, she's an alright actress. And I think she's like, I guess she's got like a cool vibe. She's got like nice dress sense, I guess. Like, I'm between she deserves a career and meh. She was hotcakes at one point on Twitter. Everyone loved her in Batman. I haven't seen that because I don't know. I just haven't seen it. I don't really care. She deserves a career. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm gonna give her meh. I don't really care for her. Like, this is my opinion. Like, you can like Zoe Kravitz if you want. I just don't really care for her. Yeah, no. It's so funny. The only one in Brooklyn Beckham is Brooklyn Beckham. Sorry, I just thought it was kind of funny to me. And I have no one in nepo baby failure. I should have put her on this, but I didn't put her on this. Hailey Bieber. I think that Hailey Bieber is a nepo baby failure. She's not on this, but imagine like I feel like I should draw her on here or something like that, because she's definitely lower than Kendall Jenner. Because at least Kendall Jenner is still like a modeling. Kendall Jenner's meh, right? But Hailey Bieber's like a failure because she had to. The only thing she was doing was modeling, right? And she had to quit that because she was so bad and she couldn't even improve at that. Like, why can't you improve? You have every opportunity and every privilege and all the money to help you. You've got friends in the industry, babes. Just like, she needs to go to the same school as Bella Hadid. I don't know where Bella Hadid went to, but Hailey should have gone to that school and she should have, like, I don't know, gotten better. But instead, she was like, yeah, she's not going to do it anymore. She just quit. So now she's famous for being married to Justin Bieber. I would have her here. I would have her in the nepo baby failure. I feel like she's the last puzzle piece to fill the void. So she would be a nepo baby failure because I don't know what she does. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also going to try and be more consistent this year. I did about 3 videos and like dipped. So I'm coming back. I'm gonna try and be more consistent and make more videos that everyone enjoys. So thank you. Bye.